System update for 2014 for SkyCNG. Let's jump right in. This is the SkyPRO HD kit installed on a 2010 Tundra. We have another SkyPRO kit installed on a Silverado as well. There'll be other videos with that. So we're going to start out showing you the reducer. This is the HD reducer made by Blackstone in North America. This is not imported from overseas. This is a very heavy-duty regulator. It's going to give you twice the flow rate capacity of any other reducer you've probably ever used before. It's a little more expensive, but considering that it replaces the typical dual regulator setup and the amount of high-pressure tubing and the time it takes to install it and get all the connections right, it's pretty much a wash. We love this thing. Again, you're talking about 150 kilograms per hour of CNG versus 70 kilograms per hour, which is what the typical reducer imported from overseas is capable. If the HD reducer is a little bit too much for you, if you've got a pretty conservative driver or a smaller engine, we have the SkyPRO reducer, which is virtually identical to the Tomasetto style that many installers are familiar with. This they say it goes up to 400 horsepower. We could say that, but since it's identical, all of the springs, everything is, this is the same thing as a Tomasetto reducer. It's just from SkyCNG brand now. Integrated solenoid, flow rates of 70 kilograms an hour, just like Tomasetto says. But we don't require, or we don't recommend putting this on anything over 300, 325 horsepower. These big engines, 400 horsepower on a 5.0 liter is a lot different than 400 horsepower on a 2.5 liter or 3.0 liter engine. So we don't like to really say 400 horsepower, but if it makes you feel better, you can use it. We definitely have these. We've got this one on a 5.3 liter Silverado and 2011, and it works great. We've just simply got it tuned to switch over to petrol at high loads. Got the manometer on top, typical reducer functions, and from there, just going to show you this. This is the high pressure inlet, and you can see here we have the reducer, or there is the solenoid, and we have the vacuum. Now, one thing that makes these kits different is here you have the vacuum hose being connected directly to this. This is something we've developed with the LPG Tech. It's the PTS-01 sensor. This combines your map sensor and your CNG temp sensor into one, so you don't have to have any kind of a output hose connected from the injector rails, which we'll show you here in a minute. And then this just connects back and through, and then this hose goes into the reducer. And that's it as far as the map sensor connections go. There's a 5-pin harness that plugs in here and comes back through to the ECU. Pretty standard connection ECU. You've probably seen a lot of them like this before. It's pretty slim, low profile. We like the aluminum box and the slim fitting box. You can get it almost anywhere in the engine compartment easily. Lots of protection here. You've got 2 fuses instead of just 1. 2 fuses that connect to the power side, and then obviously that the negative. And here's your standard 4-pin ECU connector. It goes to your laptop. We also have a Bluetooth connector that plugs into this, and then you can connect wirelessly to your laptop or your Android device. Nobody else offers this. SkyCNG is very proud to offer this through our partners LPG Tech out of Poland. awesome, very forward-thinking company. We love their technology and are excited to bring it to you. Hanna injectors. This is the 2001 injector. You can see we've done a twin rail setup here, connected with a short hose. That way we can keep it as close to the manifold as possible for the best performance. You can see we use stoppers on both sides, not just we don't have to connect to the map sensor, so it gives you a cleaner install. You don't have a hose coming out here that you have to hide, and then this rail is buried down in here, you know, underneath the air intake, but that just has a stopper as well. Now, one thing to note about these Hanna injectors, we use the green type, plenty of flow rate capacity, and these have an anodized aluminum rail. We've been testing this for several months now. It works awesome. There are, you know, some gold styles out there, but it's the same injector, modified a little bit more low profile, but it's a plastic rail. Anodized aluminum. This is it's better. Again, more commercial grade. That's what we go for with SkyCNG, and the performance is it's a wash to the new 2002 injectors that are out there. Plug and play is something that SkyCNG has made very easy. You can see here we've got two different 10-pin socket harnesses coming from the ECU. You can get them, the standard is without the 10-pin sockets, so if you're very comfortable cutting and soldering the wires, then keep doing it by all means. But for those of you who want the plug-and-play solution, you don't want to have to cut and solder, you know, the 30-40 wires that are required. You can get the 10-pin sockets seen here, and then on the other end, they will plug directly into the engine to the fuel injector sockets down below. We have them for Tundras, Chevys, Fords, Dodges, almost everything that's out there. We can customize that when you place your order. Give us a call if you have any questions. 12 millimeter, you know, basically half-inch hose coming out. You know, this comes straight from the reducer, which has a 90-degree swivel down there, that blue ball. You can swivel it for a very easy install. Half-inch to the splitter. Two different directional flow low pressure filters from SkyCNG, and then those just come back around into the injector rails. Pretty normal connections there. And then you've got your water connections that come to the reducer. So hope you like it. One thing to note about the water connections, we've actually developed a new adapter that we haven't put on this vehicle yet. That will give you a single connection, so you don't have to cut into two different hoses for engine coolant. If you have any questions, give us a call. We look forward to earning your business.